Are you an agent struggling to understand real estate economics? Would you benefit from learning how top agents structure their businesses? Then you've come to the right place. And welcome to the Nerdy Agent Podcast Business Tip of the Week.
Business tip.
The business tip where we talk about robots.
Yeah.
This week we're going to talk about ChatGPT and why you need to be on it.
Have you guys heard about this thing? It's not anywhere. I haven't heard about it anywhere lately.
Yeah, nobody in real estate has talked about this at all yet. We might be the first people, he said very sarcastically.
I was at a friend's house yesterday and he mentioned it to me and he's like, aren't real estate agents using this? Like, is this the one use case that everyone thinks of when they think about this thing?
Why is it real estate agents? They're like, guys, you don't have to write listing descriptions anymore. It'll write them for you.
Do you want to know why it is?
That's why they created robots.
But literally every single real estate agent in the world is on Facebook right now and Instagram. And people go on there and they're like, this guy is just shooting videos of himself talking all the time. Every real estate agent all the time is shooting videos. Wow, what if the ChatGPT could write the video for him? That's what people are thinking, maybe?
I don't know. I'm surprised that the one use case everyone talks about is.
If they haven't heard of it yet, what is ChatGPT?
It is basically like a chatbot robot solution where you can Google. It's really like Google. It's a lot it's like that. I mean,
you can write a lot longer of a
It's a lot better than Google.
It gives you a response. So like instead of searching for other websites to tell you stuff, ChatGPT, you could type like a Google thing in and it would actually just like give you the answer. Which is very, very cool.
Write me a caption on this thing, and it will write you a caption on this thing.
Or even like, what are 10 things that first-time homebuyers should know right now? And then it'll just tell you 10 things they need to know. And then you could be like, take number 1, getting pre-approved is very important, and write me a video script with 5 important reasons why getting pre-approved is really important for a first-time homebuyer. And it'll be like, scene. Real estate agent is in the office typing on his computer. Like, it does the whole thing for you. And then once it's done writing the script, you can literally just be like, okay, thank you. Write me a blog for this. And then it'll write a blog for you. So then you go on your website. It's like, I shot the video, I put it on YouTube, I embedded it, and boom, there's my blog, and the whole thing's done.
It's like a perfect assistant.
If you want a funny story, Luke texted me about a post I wrote the other day, and he was like, hey, this is like perfect. So I'm going to like probably tweak yours a little bit, but steal a few things from it because he was writing a similar post. And I was like, that's fine because the robot wrote most of it for me. So I basically just put in there, like, I want to write this rough overview in this tone and have these types of things referenced in it. And then it writes it. And the thing for me is I like to write, so I won't just take it and paste it, but it does a really good job of taking your outline and making it into paragraph form in a way that's what usually takes me all of my time when I'm writing. So it builds an outline very quickly that you can just tweak in 5 minutes instead of 2 hours. It's really, really helpful in that sense.
Not just to keep giving examples of how you can use it, but I did think this one was really cool. So last week at our team meeting, we were telling the other agents about it. Like, you guys need to get on this. You need to get an account. All the real estate agents in the world are saying, use it for scripts, use it for creating videos. But the one application I think AJ had brought it up was, if you have no idea, like you're a brand new agent, you have no idea what you should do today, type in and say, hey, I'm a brand new real estate agent. What should I do today to be better at being a real estate agent? And it listed like 10 different things you could do. And
that's only because AJ said, give me 10 things. If AJ said, give me 200 things, it would give him 200 things.
Well, I said 10, and then I said, give me more. And then it wrote 10 more.
Yep. And all of them were actually good ideas, too. So for ideating, it's big, too. Whether that's content ideating or to-do ideating or...
Any sort of ideating, I think, that's probably the best term to use for it, to be honest with you.
We can ideate on your new hot water heater with ChatGPT.
You could have to create that, probably.
It's not a hot water heater, Josh. It's just...
We're not going to explain the great new idea to the podcast people so they don't steal it.
Yeah, sorry.
But that is ChatGPT. I do suggest everybody gets an account. It is hard to get an account, so you kind of have to go on there and just refresh, because there's so many people trying to get on.
I think the thought is though, the key to something like this is not just to use it to get an answer. And how to say this? You don't want to use it to just only simplify your life, because if you're just like, type me this script and you write it and then you have very generic Instagram content, you're not going to necessarily see benefits from it. But think about it as a way to become more efficient at things you're already doing. So we spend a lot of time brainstorming ideas for the podcast, or brainstorming ideas for videos, or brainstorming content, using that to help pick up the pace in terms of how fast we can do some of our things, frees us up to do more. So it allows us to do a lot more things.
There's a lot of topics we could talk about. It's just we don't necessarily know what they all are right away. So a chatbot, you just say, we could do that for our podcast. We could say, hey, give me 50 ideas that would be good for this style of podcast.
Yep.
and make them relevant to this. And it would just give you all of them. And then you'd be like, yeah, I like these 25. We can use these.
Or we can ideate on the 25 that we like and tweak them slightly and make them better. But you're not having to sit here and be like, AJ, what do you think we should do this week? I don't know. What do you think we should do this week?
It helps a lot with those basic ideas. The other one we have here is we have a would you rather at the beginning of every podcast. Last week, I wrote, give me would you rathers for real estate, and they gave me 5 in about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And now we don't have to think about it for another month.
Beautiful.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's all we have for the business tip of the week.
Business tip.
Business tip of the week.